Hey guys, how's it going? It's Target here. Welcome back to another episode of the Buffalo Sabres Be a GM. I totally forgot to set myself to busy. There we go. We'll set it myself to busy. And we're going to get into the re-sign phase here right away. Hopefully we can get a couple good players re-signed. And we got $33 million in cap space. We got a lot to work with. So let's go take a look here and have a look-see to see what we can come up with. Hold on one second. I'm going to bring out a piece of paper, a blank digital piece of paper. All right. So we got to look at our depth chart now. We need to reanalyze that because we got a couple players here that are, becoming elite, and we don't want to get them down. We don't want them to drop in overall or anything like that. And we'll see what things go. So right now, you take a look at centers. We've got Reinhart, we've got Stahl, and we got Kessler. Now we could sign Kessler again. We've also got Gergensons and Grigorenko. We got lots of centers, right? Wingers, left wing. We've got Zuccarello, Nash, Goudreau, Foligno, and DeLuca and Carrier. We got a lot of guys coming up on the left side. On the right wing, it's pretty sparse. We got Stadnik, Baptiste, Devontae Smith, Pelly. So ultimately, what I'd like to do is, I think, honest to goodness, we could probably get rid of Zuccarello, but he'd be playing right wing. We could re-sign him. And take a look and see what's there. Defense, we got Myers, Ristolainen, CC could jump up. He's the gamble we took. Bowie, Zadorov and Pissick. And then how's our defenseman doing here? Kylington, he's 21 years old, 77 overall. He's getting there. Nichols is now an 87, and he's going to get even better during the offseason. So he was a good draft for us. I'm really happy about that. What else here? I think that's pretty much it. But everybody needs to be re-signed. So we need to have a look at this. I got to pull up my calculator. There we go. Pull up my calculator. All right. So I think number one, we're going to have... we have to re-sign Sam Reinhart now, and he's going to his full contract. So he wants 5.94 for 3 years. We'll give him that, and we'll multiply that by 0.90, and that'll be a 5.350. All right, so we'll save a little bit on him. 350. Oh, and there we go. 5.350 is not bad for Sam Reinhart. And then Ryan Kessler, what does he want? He wants 5.5. All right, we can afford that. 5.55 times 0.9 is 4.995. All right, so we can get him for 4.995. Whoop. There you go. So Ryan Kessler signed for a very nice contract for a second-line center that's that good. $5 million, I'll take it. Gergensons, he is part of the future, so I'd like to give him a contract. He wants 2.55. And that's 2.295. Whoa. Yeah, 295, pardon me. I was like, what? There you go, 2.295 for Gergensons. All right, so those guys are signed. Let's take a look at the left wing. We need Zuccarello, probably. I'm going to leave him till the end. Right wingers, Stadnik, we're going to leave him to the end. Ristolainen, I need to give him a contract. He wants 3.155 times 0.9. We can get it for 2.83 or 835 to be honest. 2.835. 2.835. There you go for Rasmus Ristolainen. So he'll be signed. Bowie will need to sign as well. I just want to see how many of these big contracts. Nichols, we're going to need a new contract for. He wants 5.085. We'll multiply that by 0.9, and we'll get 4.575. That's a nice price for him. It seems so much cheaper. There you go. Okay, so now we're going to sim a day. I want to see how many of these big contracts we got, because we've got $33 million to spend, but we've eaten up about probably half of that in 3 players. Add that to the other ones. We'll see what we're at here. All right, so we got Kessler, Rasmus Ristolainen, Gergensons, Nichols, and Reinhart, and we got $17 million left to spend, so we got a lot of money. Zuccarello will be probably a re-sign because we can leave everybody else. Yeah, so left wingers, let us sign Zuccarello. Let's see what he wants. He'll probably want about 4.635 times 0.9, and that's 4.175. All right, 4.170. 4.170 for Zuccarello. I mean, he's a good scorer. He's really proved to us that he can be at the level that we need him to be. Carrier, we're going to sign him. He wants 1.5 times 0.9. 1.350. There you go. And then we're going to sign DeLuca. He's a good player. 1.565 times 0.9. We can get him for 1.405. Oops. 1.405 for Anthony DeLuca. Now, a lot of these guys, I'm probably going to give them more time in the minors just so that they don't I'm not rushing them along. I really want to give them that time. Stadnik, he wants 1.08 times 0.9. We can get him for 970. Every little bit counts because you don't know exactly where these guys are going to be in the lineup by the time the season starts. Baptiste, 0.84. We can get him for 755. These little bits help, man. They help big time when it comes to long term. Armia, we will give you a contract. You're pretty much at the end of your ropes here. 765 we'll give him. Actually 760, pardon me, we can get him for. Joel Armia, 760. Defense, we need to sign Bowie. These guys will want not too much. 1.33. Whoops. 1.335. We'll get him for 200. 1.200. There you go for Madison Bowie. He's a depth defenseman, but he's going to jump up. Don't you worry. Nikita Zadorov. 1.71 times 0.9. We'll get him at 535. I know, this is exciting stuff. Getting all these guys signed. 535. There's Nikita Zadorov. D'Angelo, we're going to give you a contract. He has the chance to jump up big time. 1.960. Or sorry, 960, not 1 point. There you go, Anthony D'Angelo. Goalies, we'll probably sign both these guys, but I want to Sam a day because we have spent $1 million here and $1 million there. We probably got about $12 million left, I'm thinking, after this sim. We'll see. I mean, Brossoit did well as our backup. So we got Nadorov, Zuccarello, Armia, Carrier, Baptiste, D'Angelo, DeLuca, Stadnik, and Bowie. We have $9 million left, pardon me. So we got a lot of money. We could go after a top-end free agent. I don't think we necessarily need to do that this time. I think we've got some pretty good players as is. If we want to make a trade, we could make a trade. Because we got Gaudreau. We got lots of good players, and I think this year will go a lot better because of that. We do need to increase our defense, so I'm hoping that we do get some kind of a good defenseman. All right, now I just want to have a look here. We've got 37 players signed. All right. I don't like to sign players too soon because I find that you end up with way too many players signed under contract. Like, look at all these guys we had to sign. First, Kylington. He's the most important. I'll give him what he wants. 755 on a two-way contract for 1 year. All right, so there's one. Then I start with my 4 stars. Then I go to my 4-star players that need to be signed. Like Hodgson, I'm going to release you because I can get 3.5 red stars anytime. So he's gone. A 4 red star, I would take a gamble on. I'm going to release Estevan. I don't need him. I just like to go through here and kind of clean it up a little bit. He's a possibility. We're going to release Henley. These red star guys just take up way too much time. So that looks like it for the 4 yellow stars. So we could sign, we'll sign this guy here. 4 red stars. He could work out, and he's really close to making the NHL too. I'm going to go and do the other one too. Oh, Smith, right. Where was he playing? He was playing in Europe, wasn't he? Yes, so we could give him a contract because he could play in the AHL. We'll give him a contract. Let me take a look up here. Here's that other red star guy. 77 overall. Or is this that guy that we already had? Oh, yeah. I hate that this gets all out of order. Let's sim a day so I get rid of some of these contracts. Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to sign too many of these dudes. So we got Marshall Smith. Okay, good. Everybody signed. So that'll be 40 contracts now. I do need to get myself my backup goalie. So let's go ahead and sign. You know what? I'm going to sign Brossoit, and I'm going to let Allmark go. I don't need that guy. Brossoit could jump up. He could jump up. We'll negotiate a new contract with him. 810, a 2-way contract. He's a minor backup. Okay, so back to here. So we got Marco Waugh. Now, obviously, I think Evan DeHaan, he's a 79 overall already, and he's 3.5 stars already, so I think he's going to get a contract. That's 42, 43, or sorry, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. So that's 50 players right there, just between those. So I have to make a decision. Which players do I want to cut? All right, we're going to release the guys that... I'm going to release this 4-star. All right, 4 red star. I'm going to release them. Guys that are close to the cuts, we got DeHaan. I'm going to go after Hetherington. I don't want to give too many contracts away because there might be something. I mean, 3.5 stars is really not that great. Schmidt, offensive defenseman. 22 years old, 73 overall. And then you've got a 24 or 23 years old, 75 overall, Jordan Subban, offensive defenseman. I'll take a gamble on him instead. Okay, so we're going to sim a day. We're running out of space for contracts here, to be completely honest. We will run out. If we signed everybody, we would run out. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, how many contracts do we have left? 44 contracts. We have 6 to sign, but some of those are going to be goalies. So I need to make a decision here. 1, 2. Okay, so first off, Bailey, your Red Stars. See you later. Good player, but see you later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. I'm gonna sign 3 of them. You know what, Wegleitner? We're gonna release you. There you go. There's 1. And we will give. Hold on. Where was he? There we go. 76 overall, 21 years old. Absolutely. He's got a future with us. We'll give him a contract. I mean, when the guys are that high in overall already at this age, 20 years old, play fair, 22 years old, 73 overall. You know what? I'll sign Schmidt. I'll sign Schmidt to a contract, and I will sign... I'm going to sign Waugh. I mean, he never really gets there, I don't think, Marc-Olivier Waugh. All right, let's sim one more day. That should put us about 47 contracts, if I'm not mistaken. So we are pushing the limit here. It's a dream of mine and will not let you down. Obviously, everybody's going to be happy with that. I gave them what they wanted. 47 contracts, and I want to go into free agency with some space. I mean, we got $9 million in cap space, so that's not the issue here. There's Playfair that we left unsigned, and just Playfair. So I'm just going to release Playfair right now. He's just maybe not in the future plans. We got some other players here that have better potential. So we will go ahead like this. I believe that was everybody yet because the goalies were it. So that is it. We're going to free agency. I'm seeing some good players come up here. I'm seeing Niemi. It's a pretty good goaltender to pick up. Stephen Weiss, Downey's there. All right, so let's continue. So, it looks like Jason Demers is there, but he may not be the best player. There may be some other ones. Yeah, that is it. Jason Demers, 85 overall, wants $4.8 million. Jason Demers, two-way defenseman, 3.5 or 4.5 yellow star or 4.5 stars on defense. Pardon me. That's pretty good. And he's got a decent shot. I think that he would be a good option for us going forward. I do need to look at my depth chart a little bit more. Joffrey Lupul's there. He's got a decent shot. I mean, he put 31 goals up last year, but I think we're pretty set down the left wing and the right wing, to be honest, too. We've got enough depth. The one thing that we would want to add is defense, because right now we just don't have that. So I see Demers as an option. Potential-wise, there is one player here, Noah Carroll. See, that's why you keep those kind of spots open. These guys pop up every now and then, and you're going to want to steal them away. Goalies, look at that, right here. Brody Williams. Now, is he a UFA? Yes, he is. So there's a goalie we're going after. So that would be 3 contracts, and that would be perfect. That would be perfect. So those are our targets. People, like, that's insane. People say don't sign these guys. It would never be realistic. I mean, was he drafted? First round, 6th overall by the Calgary Flames, and they've let him go. So it is what it is. I'm sorry. That's the one thing that I don't give a shit about at all. I really don't. Is, you know, teams letting guys go to free agency because it's their own fault. Also, we got all these 4-star goalies that don't have room, so we could trade some of our assets that don't necessarily, you know, need contracts. So... or that aren't necessarily part of the future plans. So let me take a look here. Now, I look at skaters. There's one, Carroll, all right? So let me check something here before we keep going. I just want to take a look at GM options and contracts. I want to see my defenseman. I want to see how many of these I want to keep. Defense. There you go. Defenseman. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. D'Angelo's an 80 overall already just by jumping into free agency. So you can see we're going to be running out of space. But I think that signing him would not be a bad thing. It'll force some of these guys out. Maybe we can move Myers at some point here if CC jumps up. That might be an option for us. I mean, having those decent defensemen too. I mean, we could push Pysyk down. We could push Bowie down. I mean, Pisyk's almost maxed out anyway. So I think that signing him would be a big deal. We'll sign that forward. Or was it a forward or a defenseman? I don't remember anymore. All right, here's who we're going to go sign. We're going to sign Demers. All right, he's not worth that much, so we're going to offer him $5 million. If we don't end up with him, it's not the end of the world. All right, we don't end up with him, it's not the end of the world. So $5 million for 4 years. It's a little bit of an increase. He gets $200,000 extra. That's one. We're going to sign Noah Carroll, 4 yellow star defenseman. We'll max him out on his contract just in case somebody else becomes interested very shortly. And then we're going to look at the goalies. Here's the guy, Brody Wilms, 19 years old. Nashville's interested. We're going to max it out. Give us another goaltending option there. That's huge. And then there's 4 Yellow Star goalies. So what I want to do is I want to go trade some of these goalies away. Maybe trade some of my other assets, all right? So we go here. Let's have a look at our goalies. So you got Brossoit and Dubois. Now, Dubois is 3.5 red stars. I would sooner trade him because he doesn't have as much potential. So we trade Dubois just to make sure we got enough room for our goalies. Does anybody want him? Probably not. Probably not. So let's just find somebody with great relationship like Anaheim, and let's take a pick from them. Let's take a 4th round pick. They would make that trade as, yeah, they make that trade for a 4th. That's a good trade. Good enough. Okay. And then I'd also like to offload some skaters because we can only have so many. So let's go by potential. And I'm going to go to the red stars. All right. Let's go down to the red stars that are signed. 3.5 red. Do I have any 3.5 red that are signed? Here you go. Atwall. There you go. There's a guy that can go. All right. Who else is 3.5 red stars or below that's signed to a contract, you know? Those are a waste. That's it. That looks like it. Just the one. Just the one. So if we trade him, it'll tell me how many we have left. You know what? No, they're not signed. Yes. No. Yes. All these guys are signed. So we're doing pretty well with our asset management, in my opinion. I think we're doing quite well. So let me see if anybody wants Atwall. Probably not. Probably not. So let's find another team that we have a good relationship with. Oh. Neutral. Vancouver is great, so let's go ahead and steal a pick from them. A 3rd for Atwall. Is that going to work? No. It would have to be a 4th or somebody. Yes, we're going to remove that. Who else do we have a good relationship with? San Jose. Their 3rd's a little bit too much still. Philadelphia. Philadelphia's 3rd is good. Oh, no, it's not quite. I'm going to have to go for a 4th for a stronger team. Let's trade Philadelphia 4th and a 5th. There you go. That's good for Atwall. Perfect. Nice. So that just frees up 2 extra that we can sign for players. We signed 3, so that's 48. So we could go sign 2 more goalies if we want to. So let's go ahead and sign. Let's go sign 1 just in case. I don't want to get too many here. We'll just go after 1. Let's go after right here. I mean, these guys are pretty good. He's 78 overall, minor starter, 22 years old. Here's 21 and he's 78. I think I'm going to go with Capo. I think I'm going to go with Capo Kakinen. It's a great name, So we'll go with him. Let's offer him max, and then we'll sim a week, make sure that we got everybody. All right. We'll sim a week, make sure that we got those players. So we are going after Demers. We are going after that the goalie and that player. So we got Noah Carroll. Nice. Demers should be coming by the 6th at the very earliest. Brody Wilms took it, and so did Capo Kakinen. So we've got Demers left to sign. There we go. So Jason Demers did take the contract. And now we're at 49 contracts, so we could go sign 1 more goalie if we wanted to, just to give us that extra added depth. Glenn, he's the only one left available is Giles Sen, 22 years old, 4 Yellow Stars. Let's offer him that contract. That'll be it for all our contracts. We'll be at 50 total, and not many left to trade, to be honest. So let's see what happens here. We could honestly trade Laurent Brossoit. Let's see what happens with this guy. There you go. So we got Gilles Sen as well. All right. Let me go to my trading block first. I'm going to just do best for the offseason here. Trading block. We'll do what they suggest to start. There you go. So I like what we've acquired here. Now, some of you might be pissed off that I signed that goalie. But you know what? To be honest, it doesn't matter to me. I can't keep everything realistic as possible for you guys, because there's the guys out there that are arguing, Target, you know what, this is a video game. Just like I've said many times, they agree, this is a video game, and that there's going to be some things that aren't realistic about it. You know, you're not going to always have things that go normal. Like, I cannot be held accountable for every stupid decision that the GMs make on the other side. I can't be held responsible for that, and I can't help but, you know, take advantage of some things like that goalie. There's another 4.5 Yellow Star goalie now in our mix. He's got great trade value. Doesn't mean we're going to deal him, but he's got great trade value, and he could technically replace somebody. We could trade him for a top-end defenseman, just like that. Would that happen? No. But think about things like Justin Schultz. You know, he negated the system. He negated the system and went to free agency. Who's to say that that guy didn't do that? Maybe there's a story behind it. Maybe he didn't want to sign with Calgary. 19 years old, he wanted to go to a winning team. So he's like, I'm going to Buffalo because I like what they've got. All right, they won 35 wins. Let's take a look at our contracts. This is why I simmed forward. I wanted to see what's going on. All right. So Reinhardt's a 90. Stahl and Kessler are both 88s. Zuccarello's an 86. Nash did drop to an 86, so we don't have that top scorer anymore. Johnny Gaudreau, though, is an 86. Ristolainen an 85. Demers an 85. DeLuca's now an 85 overall. He jumped up from an 82. And look at that shot, boys. He's going to play really well. He's going to play really well on that second line. I think we could play him on the second line at some point here. Is he a lefty or... Oh, hold on. Shit. Not the guy I wanted to select. DeLuca, is he a lefty or a righty? He's a lefty. We could put him on the right wing on that second line. And he would snipe up a storm with Rick Nash. CC's still an 84. He was the gamble. Foligno's maxed out at an 84. Carrier's an 82. Grigorenko's still an 82. I think it's time to deal Grigorenko for something else. I think it's time. Madison Bowie's an 82. Stadnik's an 82. Pisic's an 81. D'Angelo's an 81. Lots of guys here. Let's look in the minor system. DeHaan's an 81, so he jumped up. Goalies. Sen's an 80. And Nichols is an 89. Wilms is a 75. So he jumped up from what? A 70... What was he? Yeah, I don't think that's much of a jump. 73. He was a 73 overall. 20-year-old. So that's pretty good. Sen, he's going to be a backup, so we'll probably call up Gilles Sen. He'll back up our goalie. So we'll do our roster moves when we come back. Actually, you know what? We could get it going now. We can get it going now. Actually, you know what? I got to quit anyway to do it. So we'll do it when we come back, okay, guys? I'm going to leave it there. If you have any suggestions that you guys might be able to make in terms of, you know, improving our team, maybe on the right wing a little bit. I know Rick Nash dropped from an 87 down to an 86, but he's still a good scorer. I mean, let me just quickly look at that, because that will be the talk of the town, I think, is Rick Nash. 86, but his shot is still 89-90. Like, he's still going to score like crazy. It's only one overall drop. He's going to be considered a second-line forward now. Do we give Gaudreau that top-line minute, those top-line minutes with that shot that he's got? You know, he put up 73 points last year, right? So there's lots of options for us. You guys let me know what you think I should do. Did we make the right signs in the offseason? What do you think? I'll leave it there. Don't forget to leave a comment and like the video. Follow me on Twitter at TargetAud18, and don't forget to subscribe here if you haven't done so already. Until next time, I'm Target Audience, and I'll catch you guys out on the ice.